My name's Nick DeLuca. I'm Director of Sport and Activities here at Merchiston Castle School, and this is now my third year.
Yeah, my name's Roddy Deans, Director of Rugby at the school, and I've been here for 12 years.
The rugby programme at Merchiston, I'm very fortunate to lead some of the younger teams. I think what really separates us apart and makes it feel special is the integration, the alignment between the coaches. To have myself and the young years, Mr. Rakes, Craig Harrison, then into Mr. Deans allows that nice smooth transition where the boys not just are learning rugby, but it's layered year on year, and that kind of what we feel makes a difference. We know these boys inside out, we put primacy on the relationship, and we try and make sure that's strong, and we feel like we get really good outcomes for the school, but ultimately for the boy.
This is now our 6th season, and our aim at the start was to try and combine the Scottish clubs and the Scottish schools together to give them an opportunity to play against each other. But the big thing was to get them to play against teams from south of the border. But we're looking to try and get into sort of other regions as well. And the whole point of that is just to try and give kids the opportunity to play at a higher level a little bit more often. And some of the games today that you'll have seen yourself is very, very competitive. It's a high level tournament, so the boys are definitely being tested. They're having to go out their comfort zone, and the English teams definitely bring a real physical presence, which our boys don't get every single week. So the whole point behind the programme is to give them that opportunity to stretch themselves, but at the same time to have fun and enjoyment and to express themselves.
Yeah, just to back up Roddy in terms of the purpose behind the festival itself. The first priority is to stretch our players and expose the club players, a few other bigger schools. We notice, yes, we're Merchiston, but actually we're Scottish rugby first and foremost, and how we develop that young talent. We're seeing Scotland under 18, Scotland under 19 not necessarily being able to dine at the top table just now. So we're like, well, how do we give them that exposure to be challenged and tested? And we find weekends like this are paramount in their journey for that. And the second thing is, I mean, what's not to love? 16 teams, parents, fans, families, food, sunshine, just making memories for the kids and for the parents. And rugby's wonderful for that. You know, we've got 16 rival teams here, and just everybody loves it. So it's a really good weekend.
It's now becoming a really important fixture in people's diary in terms of, this is the thing they really look forward to in the season, and we're getting a lot of interest. We've had to turn a lot of teams away, and we're getting a lot of teams just really keen to come back as well, because Edinburgh is a lovely city as well to come to, and there's plenty of things to do for them in the evenings as well. So it's not about just coming to play, it's the whole experience of coming here. Of course, I mean, this becomes a really important fixture for us now. It's a mid-season point before we go into our October break. So what it actually allows us to do is allows us to focus on some areas that have been going really well for us, but also to try new things as well. It also allows us to develop a deeper squad. We've got a lot of boys playing today that are younger as well, so it gives them the opportunity to play for the first 15 and just to really integrate into our system. So we go into a holiday. By the time we come back from a holiday, we've got a really tough fixture list in terms of our cup run, but also got some really tough fixtures against our big rivals, which are Stuarts Melville and U18s. So this gives us a real opportunity to build on what's gone well for us already this year, but actually try some new combinations and try some different ways to play. So there's no pressure to win and lose in this tournament for us. We're actually saying to the boys, look, what we've worked on in training over the last 2 weeks, let's try and see if we can get some evidence in the games. And we've seen that this morning already. Some lovely tries being scored, a lot of people trying to play at tempo and trying to play with different ways. We're kicking a lot at the moment, using a lot of kick passes. It's not always coming off, but at least the boys are trying to be ambitious and trying to use it.
Do we want to upscale, change the event? Every year we ask our players to reflect, so we do so ourselves. We feel like we're getting a really good reputation for running a good tournament, and we'll see what the appetite is like. We'd love to grow it in terms of the quality and quantity of teams, but we're restricted by how many pitches and our resources we have. But we just want to first and foremost make sure our players, and by our I mean Scottish players, are getting that exposure to top level stretching rugby. So as long as we're achieving that, we're okay with which direction it goes.